Well. So today we have this video that seems pretty interesting. Crazy chick crashes out on Myron during heated Q&A. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Get your popcorn, and I already know somehow, some way, I'm gonna make some loser mad. I just seem to have that effect for some reason, no matter what I say. Okay, let's get into the video. Let's see what's going on.
So you said you had to work for it by courting her in the beginning, correct?
Yes.
So what do you mean by working for it? What exactly did you do?
As far as like, what does the guy do?
Yeah.
Well, a man has to learn how to be attractive.
Hon, I hate to break it to you, but you don't need to learn how to be attractive. You just
Really?
are.
Okay.
And that's something you ain't.
See, here's the thing. So women, they only see things through a woman's perspective, right? It's like like a rich kid being born into a rich family, and he never sees the struggles of a poor person, so he doesn't understand it, right? He doesn't understand it. You have to experience that in order to understand it. So women always speak from a place because they're women, right? And they're used to, being born. When they start growing up, they start growing something right here. They start growing something back here. And so it's just given to them, right? They don't understand that as a man, you do have to work for it, right? There is some guys that, they grow up and they just were Mr. fucking handsome growing up, right? There is that rare case. And they only see that, and they see from their perspective how, they're just attractive, whatever the case may be. But as a man, you do have to learn these things, right? Most men do have to learn how to improve their looks, how to improve their body, how to improve their social skills, and how to speak, right? Because a woman from a very young age, once she starts growing them qualities, she has all types of men going after her, trying to talk to her. So her social skills are developed from a very young age. But most men get ignored. So they don't get the chance to develop those skills, right? They start to develop this thought in their mind that they have social anxiety. In reality, that shit is not real. Just go out there and talk to people, okay? But yes, most men do need to work on the quality of learning how to be more attractive to women, right? But most importantly, you have to learn how to be attractive to yourself, okay? Because self-confidence comes from within, meaning you accept yourself. Before you go out into the world and you try to approach a woman, you need to accept yourself. Because that's why when you get rejected by a woman, you feel less confident because you don't accept yourself. So you need her to accept you. And the moment that she doesn't, okay, now all of a sudden you feel less confident. A man who accepts himself can approach any woman, anytime, any place. And even if she says no, it won't affect him at all because he doesn't need her acceptance. He has his own, okay?
Okay, I want to bring up, you talking about...
Let me address that first part real fast. So... and then you can go ahead and, because I know you're probably going to an ad hominem attack, but that's fine. So let's address the first thing. You said you don't have to learn how to be attractive, you just are. So I've heard a couple of women say this actually, and it's always very interesting to me, right? I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. And obviously for you, you don't understand the privilege you have. Men, unlike women, are not born with value. We have to learn how to be confident. We have to learn how to be attractive. We have to learn how to dress properly. We have to learn how to go to the gym. We have to learn how to be competent. We have to be able to have certain things in our background to make us attractive to women because women look for things that take time to acquire, resources, etc. So,
but as a woman, that isn't the case because basically any man, as long as you look good, will fuck you. And even if you're fat, I'm sure there's some guys out there probably watching this video that be fucking some fat bitches. So women don't really understand what it's like.
For women, when you guys turn 18, life is your oyster. You can literally go everywhere. You can do whatever you want. But men don't get these opportunities unless we make something of ourselves. So when women say things like, oh, you just are attractive, like, no, it's a learned skill. Men are not just born attractive. They have to figure this stuff out through a lot of turmoil, trial, and error, and sacrifice. So I always find it interesting when women say that because we don't operate on the same dating timeline as you guys. You guys are born with your value. We must create our value.
How are we born with our value? Please explain.
Titties and ass and pussy. That's it. Okay? As a young man, as a man, right? That's what most men want. 99% of men, that's what they want. As long as you have that, you're good, right? You got a nice rack, you're good. You got a nice shelf back there, you're good, right? As long as you got that, you're good. Most men will fold just off of that. They don't need much. But as a man, if you're not handsome, if you don't have the confidence, you got to develop these things. You got to work on these things. You got to work on your confidence. Because a woman is not going to want a man, even if he's attractive, even if he's handsome on the outside surface. But when she gets close to him, he's not confident. He's not sure of himself. He doubts himself. He doesn't know how to lead. And learning how to lead is a quality that you develop. Learning how to develop that self-confidence is a quality that you develop. All these things are developed, right? So as a man, yeah, you do need to develop qualities that make you a man. Versus a woman doesn't really need much. She just has to be pretty. That's pretty much it. Even the ones that aren't pretty, some guys are out here smashing.
How are women born with their value?
Yeah. Well, you say you had to learn all that shit, right?
You literally have a vagina and titties. You are born with value.
Why do women, this is the thing, so emotional, getting, just look at her attitude, you just get your point across normally, right? So what is it about, the value that you say about women, right? But she is heated.
Born with value.
Yes.
For having cut off your dick and you're the same person I
am. Not really. I'd still be a guy.
Anyways, I want to talk about voting.
Okay. All right. What's it? You want to talk about what now?
You said we don't have skin in the game.
Yeah, they don't really.
So
no.
your skin in the game is the fact that you have to go to war, and
Yes,
you're unhappy with that.
I never said that.
Well, you're complaining about having skin in the game, and that we shouldn't have the right to vote because we don't have skin in the game. But we don't have skin in the game because men set that system up.
Yeah, because women are
Bro, this woman is batshit crazy, and I know it because I recently went on a date with a woman that I had to call the cops on. Because she was like this. You could just tell. Some women just don't have it all, they don't have all their marbles. They're just cuckoo in the brain. Stay away from these type of women. They will ruin your life. You see how emotional this chick is getting just off of a debate? Imagine what she's like in a relationship. After she's been, the right way, You're talking dirty to her in her ear. You got her, right? You got her legs up in the air. How do you think she's going to be acting afterwards? If she's acting like this in a debate, stay away from these women, man. See the signs early.
Physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically inferior.
Inferior, yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Are you serious? Are you serious right now? This is the thing, women think too emotionally because he's saying the truth. He's saying something that is a fact, but it makes you feel some type of way, right? It makes you feel some type of way. So you feel like you got to say something, even though logically it makes sense. A grown man versus a woman, pretty logical to me, right? But when you're in your feelings, you gotta fucking try to attack the other person because they made you feel some type of way. Fellas, never act feminine, never act like a woman. A man always acts logical and thinks rationally. Don't be acting off your emotions because a lot of guys out here, y'all be acting off your emotions like these women.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah.
Okay,
We're 2 minutes in. There's 5 more minutes. If this is the level of crash out she's on right now, I already know she's about to crash out even more.
I hate to break it to you.
You hate to break it to us. Let's see. So women can fuck us up now. Let's see.
Are you aware of the fact that probably a 12-year-old boy can probably beat you up very easily?
Actually, I'm an educational psychology major, so they can't because they don't hit puberty till 14. And
even if they did, okay. Let's assume without puberty, he would still probably beat you up still.
Actually, he wouldn't because I have a brother and I'd beat his ass.
Anyway, again, I mean, I'm amazed that I have to explain this to a college student, but I mean, men are physically superior to women in almost
I'm
every
amazed
way.
that I gotta talk to
in
this
general.
grown ass man with dumb ass things. Like, let's be for real.
Okay, so your argument is the whole voting thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, women don't have skin in the game, so they shouldn't vote.
We don't have skin in the game because men didn't let us have skin in the game. You do realize that, right?
Well, here's the thing. Y'all could join the military now. You guys could do everything now.
Yeah.
Guys, always remember this. He who angers you controls you. The person who is the calmest is going to be winning the argument or the debate or whatever the case may be, right? If you are in a relationship and your woman's trying to argue, right? And you logically tell her that you're not going to argue, to cut it out, then guess what? You remain in power. If you are trying to make a sale and you're in business and the customer is flipping out and you remain calm, right? When a child cries, you don't start crying with it. You got to be the one to be stable, okay? So always remember that he who angers you controls you. And right now, who's angry and who's angering her?
We can because we fought for that right.
Yeah, but you guys don't use it. I find it interesting
We
how
don't use it?
y'all don't enjoy it though. Like, you know, it's
So
like
we don't use our rights?
y'all don't use it. It's not like you guys want to do a lot of these things. You guys fight for rights that you don't even use a lot of the times.
Like what?
So,
Like what?
oh well, women equality, right? All the time. Oh, we want to be able to do everything that men can do. But why is it that all the dominated by men? Why is it that men control all the infrastructure points, right? Why is it that men are the garbage collectors, men are the electricians, men are the power linesmen, men are the plumbers, men are the ones that literally keep society going so that you can enjoy the first world conveniences you do, right? So you can go ahead and have your bullshit psychology degree or whatever it is that you're studying. So the reality is that men make the world go round, and we
I bet she's going to say, bullshit? Bullshit psychology degree?
civilize it to the point where you guys forgot that men really run shit, and we give you the opportunities that you have. So for you to sit there and be able to...
Oh, and by the way, I know some of you haters who be commenting hate comments on my videos. I know you're here watching. So welcome back to the video, the channel that you supposedly hate so much, but you keep coming back to. Thank you. Let's get right back to the video.
to say something as ridiculous as can you even beat me up, and you're questioning it, that goes to show how naive you are about the propensity of men to actually conduct violence. That's how civilized we are, which is obviously awesome because you're completely unaware of the savagery that men can, you know, put on a society.
Oh, I'm aware.
And
because
you're not,
look at
because you
our
wouldn't have said
country
something so
today.
ridiculous if you were.
I'm aware. Trust. Most women.
No, you're not aware at all because you wouldn't have made such a dumbass statement like that. Oh, men are physically superior to women? Yeah. I mean, women live in this fantasy land, right? Like, I've told women that they should get a gun, right? You should carry a gun because you are physically inferior to men out here in the world. So you, very specifically, you need it. And they'll be like, no, that'll never happen to me. I'll never get robbed. I'll never have a home invasion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do you think that people wake up and put a home invasion on their schedule? Do you think people wake up and put a robbery on their schedule? Do you think people wake up and put a robbery gone wrong and turn to murder on their schedule? No. You got to prepare for these things in the world. And women need to wake up and realize, right, there's some women who carry out there. There's some women who carry guns. That's good. Great for them. They're prepared. But there's a lot of women who just... they live in this fairy tale, this fairyland, where they just think that, you know, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's bad is going to happen. Like, as a woman, I'd be ready. Because I know that physically, I can't do nothing to the people that come and try to attack me. Some women need to wake up.
Women get raped, sexually assaulted. 99% of women get raped and sexually assaulted. You do know that, right? And because of
99%,
men's
yeah.
savagery.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Because of men.
Women
Remember
need to
that.
hide. There's
Because of men.
there's a rape epidemic going on.
Like-
What exactly is her point?
So anyway,
All I'm pretty sure if I point to any woman in this room, they could tell me a rape story.
Sure. Maybe their fantasy. Who knows? I don't know.
Their fantasy?
I don't know. A lot of women read sex novels like
I
that.
want you to look at our country today. That men have ran, and look at how shit it is.
We're the strongest superpower in the world. What?
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
no,
are.
we're not.
Yeah, we are.
You know, countries are warning their people to stay away from us
What?
because of how shitty we are.
Do you realize people try to come here illegally every single day to become Americans and or get to live here with
You do
diminished
realize-
benefits, even if because they're not documented?
Man, this is a lesson. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't open your mouth. You're just gonna make yourself look like a fucking idiot. Just keep your mouth closed. Two ears, one mouth. If you don't know what you're talking about, just sit there and listen. Listen, absorb some knowledge. But when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you just make yourself look like an idiot.
Like you do
And
realize.
I'm sure a lot of the women in the crowd are probably like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Like
Is there undocumented immigrants?
I used to work in immigration back in the day. I know this intimately. People literally try to sneak here under intense conditions and die a lot of the times while trying to come here. This is the best country.
That's facts. That's facts. You want to know why? Because when I was probably in like 4th or 5th grade, we went to this one church and there was this Cuban guy who said a story from when he came from Cuba to Florida on this little raft thingy. And he said how he watched his entire family get eaten by sharks somehow because they were going from Cuba all the way over here in this tiny little raft. And I don't know. I don't remember too much of the story, but I remember that. I don't remember the whole details, but somehow he watched his family get eaten by sharks. And, I'm not an adult to hear his story, and remember all the details. But I remember the look in his eyes. And that motherfucker had like a dead look. Like he was just like I believe it. I believe he actually went through that shit. So people actually be going through some crazy conditions just to get to America.
In the world.
This is
Again,
not
more
the
privilege
best
that you don't
country in the world,
understand.
I'll tell you that much. I'm an immigrant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that proves my point even more.
I didn't come here willingly.
You're here. Like.
I did not come here willingly.
Your parents did.
Oh, okay. How'd you come here then?
I came here because
Yeah.
they paid me to.
Yeah, send her back, bro. God damn, man. Send her back, man.
You're talking about
Yeah,
send
this
her
is why you
back
gotta
yet
build
to
a
a
wall.
person of color?
I guess we're no longer getting the best and the brightest. What the hell? This is why I'm so big on,
You
like,
talking about send me back, but you a person of color?
This is why I'm so big on we need to go harder with immigration.
I'm sorry, are you not black?
I don't know. It depends on the day. Some days people call me black. Some days people call me Arab. I don't know what it is, man. So.
Y'all looking at the same motherfucker I am? Because he's black, right?
Oh, man.
He a person of color, right? He a person of color, right? Shut the fuck up. I ain't talking to your
Right.
ass.
I get more gray hair talking
She's emotionally unstable, dog.
to women than
I don't
dealing with
talk
cartel
to
members.
I hate to break it to you.
You don't talk to white people?
Okay, so what's your last point? Because there's a bunch of people behind you, but
My point is,
yeah.
you're a pussy.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. You're a pussy. Fellas, stay away from these crazy ass chicks. Man, these types of chicks will ruin your life. I don't care how good she looks. I don't care how good and tight and wet it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. You will end up with a woman making some false allegations because she is just emotionally unstable. And you saw how spiteful this woman is just based off a debate, right? Imagine if you're trying to smash a chick. You will see another side of women to see how spiteful they are when they're mentally unstable, okay? So stay safe out there, fellas. Go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching. Drop a like and drop a comment. Peace.